Hi all, in this session we will see how we can use the extent reports. For this session I am going to use IntelliJ IDE. I am going to create a Maven project for this demo. I am giving a name of the project and then I am going to use the Java version 17 and I am going to use the quick start architect type and clicking on create. Okay, now our project is ready. Now we will add our dependency for using the extent report. I'll go to extent report page. In the documentation, I'm going to select the Java documentation, and in the getting started you will see an option called download. Okay, so from here you can copy the dependency part for Maven. In case you have a Gradle, then you can use this dependency. As we are going to use Maven for this demo, I am copying this dependency section and I am adding it here in our project form file. Okay, so here the version is showing us a variable, so we want to pass our version information. Okay, so for that we can go to GitHub of extent report. And here you can see the release details. So there are 30 plus releases are showing here. I'll try to choose the latest one. Okay, and then you can use this version information. Okay, and then we can reload the project. I am using this icon to reload it, so that the dependency that we have mentioned here will get downloaded. So now the color got changed from red to white, right? So that means our dependency that we have mentioned, the IDE able to download it from Maven repo to our local machine. So now the extent report library is downloaded. Now we can move on with creating the code. Okay, so I'm going to create a Java class and I'm going to name it as extent report demo. And I'm going to use main method. Okay, so now here I'm going to explain about how to create an extent report and then how we can report pass and fail status under each test. First we need to mention the configurations. So for that we need to create an object extent reports. Okay, and then report is equal to new extent reports. Okay, and then the content that we are reporting, either we are reporting a test case and then within the test case pass or fail status, all these details needs to be reported as a HTML file, right? So the data that we are reporting will be within this particular object, and to report that as a HTML file, we need to have a separate reporter class, and then we need to use that object, and then we have to map it here. Okay. So for that, I am going to use Spark library, Spark reporter. Okay. New Spark reporter, and then in the new Spark reporter you can see two options. These two mention where our report should be generated. Okay, so I'm going to create a folder, and then within the folder we are going to report, and the name ExtentReport.html. So all the test case related details and pass and fail status all should be exported into this particular HTML file. Okay, and we have to mention this particular object in the ExtentReport object so that it know where to report the data. Okay, so in the attached reporter part we have to provide this name. Okay, and then when it should report the data. For that we need to use a function or method called flush. So whenever we call a flush, whatever the data that we have in the report object will be returned to the HTML. Okay, so within this we are going to log different events. Okay, first in the normal automation, web UI automation or any other API automation testing, we have the category like test cases, and then within the test cases we will report step is equal to pass or fail, right? So first we need to know how to create or report a particular test case. Okay, so for that we need to use this particular report object, and then we have a method called create test. Okay, so here you can provide your test case name. So I'm giving a name as validate, some random test case name I'm giving, validate bus booking. Okay, and then this create test will return an object. Okay, that is of type extend test class. So we need to store that object in extend variable. Then within this test we can report pass or like fail status. Suppose say like you want to group a set of steps and then you want to report that, then that is also possible, or you can directly use this test object to report pass or fail status. Say for example, if you report pass or fail status, I'll show with an example. So I'll say test pass, let's say step 1 and then let's say step login successful. Okay, and then I'm going to report pass So this demo is primarily to show how to use ExtentReport and then report our validation status. How to integrate with web application or API testing application. We will see it in the later part of the, not in this session, in the coming session, but this demo focuses on how we can use ExtentReport and validate our pass and or report our pass and fail status. Okay. So once we know how to use it, then we can use it in any of our automation test scenarios. Okay, so one test we have created steps, and then within the test we are reporting 3 pass log information. Okay, I'll create another test 2. Search bus ticket, and then I'll create one more test to show the fail condition. Okay, verify bus ticket and test case 3. I'm going to use the object as test3 dot fail. Okay, not able to search for a bus. Login successful. So even one step is failed, it will fail the test case. Okay. Okay, log out successful. So we'll stop here. We will run this code, and then we will see what kind of results we are getting. Okay, execution is successful, and the report location that we mentioned in the line number 11, reports folder, and then within that reports we should be having this report, ExtentReport. Okay.